Hello and welcome back, everybody. This is Ferrone's Big Adventure. That is Charles from Lynn and Charles. We're still coming up with a name. Right now it's Ferrone's Big Adventure, but we got to thinking about it and having two different channels almost showing the exact same thing, because we're brothers. We're both going to the Philippines, as y'all know if y'all been watching both of our channels. Doesn't make sense to have two different channels. We should just be doing one big channel. For all of us, for Lynn, Charles, Anna V, and myself. So we'll just do one channel. And right now, we're doing it under Ferrone's Big Adventure, but we may change the name. So, that's the big thing. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's... this way here, we can put our stuff together and hopefully make a better content, more content. Eventually, so we're down to a month, maybe a little over a month before we actually go to the PI.
I'm excited about it. In October, we'll be going over to the Philippines. I'm pretty excited about that. I say pretty, I should be extremely excited about it, but today was kind of a sombering day because I started thinking about the fact that I should have got a paycheck yesterday, but I didn't because I'm no longer employed. And that hits pretty hard. You really get to think about it. It's like, oh, I'm never getting a paycheck ever again. I'm retired. I get nothing.
Yeah.
Yay.
Actually, you're worse than retired. If you were retired, you'd be getting your...
Yeah, I gotta wait another 9 years to hit the early retirement age where I can start getting retirement. So I gotta make it 9 years. It's just I know I can make it 9 years. It's not a problem. I'm just it's scary when you actually start doing it. It's scary. So, yep. What do we want to talk about? Not the same old thing. People get tired of that.
Yeah, I know it. We're selling off our stuff. It's slowly but surely starting to dwindle.
Everything is going away, which adds to the depression.
Yeah.
Got the depression of not getting any paychecks anymore. Got the depression of everything disappearing in our life, and the stress of trying to get everything set up to go to the Philippines and trying not to screw anything up.
You know that statement, you can't take it with you. Well, you don't always consider that when you're dying. Unfortunately, when you decide to move to the other side of the world, that statement comes in even clearer. You can't take it with you. I would love to take my truck with me. I can't take it with me. I could buy a new truck for what it costs.
I don't think that your F-250 would actually fit on the streets in the Philippines.
No,
it's too big. But it would be nice to have it there.
But I keep telling myself, okay, I'm getting rid of this, I'm getting rid of that, but I'm gaining a fiance and her family. Right.
And I'm looking forward to where we're going. I'm looking forward to the the swimming pool and the closeness to the ocean. That's something. Let's talk about what we're looking forward to, and then we'll talk about what we're not looking forward to. I'm looking forward to never having a cold winter ever again.
Yep.
Because in the Philippines they have two seasons, extremely hot and extremely hot with rain. So those are the 2 seasons I've been told. So no more freezing. So that'll be nice. No more freezing.
We're gonna go over there in the wet season, apparently, or at least the middle of the wet
I think
season.
it's getting close to the end of the wet season in October. I think that's ending. I'm not positive, but I think that's the case.
I just know when we went over in April, they said that was the
hot April was the hot. When I went over the time before in July, that was the middle of the I think the middle of the wet season, the monsoon season, so to speak. We got to go buy another mic so that you and Lynn or whoever
Well,
has a mic as well.
If I buy me a DJI, he'll come with a mic.
Well, that's up to you. I don't know if you, but
And then
well,
we
let's
should be able to link that mic on with this one here.
But we were discussing what we like. So okay, so location, really liking the location. I don't care if they know what city we're going to. I mean, we're going to be in Dumaguete. There's tons of people there in Dumaguete.
I like the location. I like where we're staying at. I would prefer that the newer condo unit was done.
Yeah, those won't be available until 2028. Late 2028. So that's 2 years away.
I would rather go there because I think they don't have balconies.
Yeah, I'm not positive.
Where we're at, they're not to have balconies. I don't like that.
So I mean, yeah, I like where we're staying. I like the fact that our units are literally right next door to each other. That's kind of crazy. Brothers, we both get fiancés in the Philippines. No, they don't know each other. They know now because they've met each other. No, they're not relatives or friends or anything like that from before. It just happened to work out that we both met people and fell in love and are getting married. And now our apartments are literally, here's my door, here's his door, literally together. So that,
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know.
It's, I have no idea. But at least we're not going over there and being alone.
Yeah.
So we'll have other people, ourselves
Other people
together to argue with. And we've got a friend, I guess you could call him that, a friend that lives in the same complex. So, there's that. And I'm sure we'll meet other expats while we're over there. So, that's another thing that I'm happy about is we're not just going over and we're just thrown into the province and trying to go from living in an American house with all of what we got going on here. We're not rich. Don't get me wrong, people. We're not rich by any means at all. But when you compare barely above poor in America to wealthy in the Philippines, there's kind of a correlation there when you look at it. And so, I mean, if we were to go from this to living in the province with roosters and chickens and pigs and no running water, electricity if you're lucky, if you run a cord next door to your neighbor who happens to have some electricity and they'll let you plug it in. Running water if you get the hose all the way from the stream up the mountain. I mean, I think that I'm glad that we're going into, a condo unit, apartment complex building type thing that is somewhat like America, because that's a good starting point. I think that's good. So I'm happy about that. That's something I'm looking forward to. Really looking forward to the fact that they've got a gym there on the complex. I intend to use it because I'm a fat ass. We're just going to get right to it. I'm fat. I'll be using it every day.
My fiance's already told me we're going to the gym every day. So.
I'll be going at least 5 days a week, if not every day. Something I want to do is get healthier. I don't like where I'm at health-wise right now. And ever since we've been planning this whole thing of going to the Philippines, I don't know about you, but I've been gaining. I think it's stress.
I have not. I've actually lost some. So.
I've been gaining a lot, and I think I've been eating wrong. I've been drinking soda. I don't drink alcohol, people. That's not my thing. So, I've been not taking care of myself health-wise. So when we get over there, I'm looking forward to the gym. That's something I'm looking forward to. And the swimming pool. I've never had a swimming pool. I'm looking forward to having a swimming pool.
I'm looking forward to having a swimming pool because I don't have to do the maintenance.
Right.
I'm looking forward to not having to mow the yard ever again. I'm looking forward to not having to fix my own plumbing. I'm not looking forward.
Well, are we at the not looking forward? Because we're still looking forward to stuff.
Oh, we'll keep looking forward here. So, because I got a whole list of not looking forward to. It's going to be a big culture change for me.
I think that the food, I know you're not, but to me, I've always loved Asian food. I'm a huge Asian food lover. I'm looking forward to finally being somewhere where I can get Asian food every single day without it being something special or me having to beg somebody to go eat Asian food with me. It's going to be great that is the norm. That's what I am looking for. I've loved rice my whole life.
So you do the look forward, I'm going to do the look back. Not looking forward to. I am not looking forward to fish. I don't like fish. I don't want fish soup. I don't want fish that's been fried and is still looking at me.
I don't mind fish,
I
but
don't
it's not
want
my big
dried
thing.
fish.
That's
The
not
seafood
bad.
I like is shrimp. My fiance is allergic to shrimp.
I think there's so much variety of seafood there because I mean the Philippines literally is 7,000 plus islands. I mean
I
it's
know,
it's seafood,
there's
seafood,
fish.
seafood.
Yeah, I am a steak eater. I love to give me a ribeye steak or a T-bone steak, and I'm in heaven.
So one of the things that I'm really looking forward to is the malls. I love the fact that they have malls there like when I was a teenager here in America. Nowadays, the malls in America are ghost towns. They're horrible. And you go over there and they're just beautiful. It's like stepping back in time. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I am. It's what I've seen. Y'all gotta understand. Their malls over there are not just clothing malls, shoe
Oh, no,
malls,
it's everything.
toys mall. No, we gotta. You want groceries?
Oh, yeah, the
You go to
groceries are at the mall.
And you walk through the mall to the grocery store.
Now,
Then you carry your groceries back through the mall, back out to the pedicab, or if you're lucky enough to have a car, to a car.
now that's the other thing, though. That's if you go to the grocery store. A lot of people go to the market. They buy a lot of things at the market.
My fiance's, we've already talked about that. She will be buying stuff through the wet market.
Yeah.
Because she knows who she can trust there because she works at her family has a store that sells like food. People order food,
Right.
so they buy from the wet market daily. So they know who to go to and who to trust.
That's and that is something that's something that I'm not looking for. We're mixing it up. Something I'm not looking forward to is what they call the skin tax. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, I will not show up at the wet market, so there will be no skin tax.
Apparently, if you're a foreigner in the Philippines and you go up to buy something, they have a different price for you as opposed to what they have for a native Filipino. So they call it a skin tax, but that's what expats call it. I don't know what it's actually called. I don't know if that's offensive to anybody. I have no idea. But I'm not looking forward to that. I think that the price of something should be the price of something. You shouldn't have different prices based on who's buying it. If we did that in America, it would be called racism and there would be riots in the streets and stuff like that. But apparently it's a huge thing in the Philippines. So I'm not looking forward to that. I am looking forward to something huge that'll be starting next month. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, let's start celebrating
Christmas. In the Philippines, apparently, Christmas celebration starts in September, like September 1st, and goes all the way through December 31st. 6 months of Christmas. I'm looking forward to that. Not just the normal holiday thing, but the fact that there's lights and Christmas trees and all kinds of stuff everywhere, all over the city, all over the mall, everywhere you go, there's all kinds of Christmas stuff. The Philippines love Christmas, and I miss that. We used to love Christmas in America. It used to be the biggest holiday of the year, every year when I was a kid. And it's not anymore. It's just seen as the time of year when most families get to take a week or two off of work.
Fortunately, my favorite holiday we're going to not have.
I think they have Halloween.
Not like we have Halloween. Not like we have.
Although I will say, from a Christian standpoint, I would rather there be heavy celebration of Christmas over heavy celebration of Halloween. I think in America we've gone exactly opposite. We have a bigger celebration of Halloween than we do of Christmas. And I think that points more to a religious thing than it does to anything else. I think it's an anti-Christian thing. But they do have a Halloween, and I know they have what is that, Death Day or something like that. I don't know what it is. But something. And then theirs is literally going down and celebrating, memorializing the dead that, their family members. I can get into that. I don't know what it's called. That's not Cinco de Mayo. That's, what are you talking about? That's the 2nd of May. That's the Mexican thing.
I'm trying to think what the Death Day
it's
is.
Day of the Dead, I think, or something like that.
I can't think what it's actually called.
Whereas Halloween really is a celebration of, if I understand it correctly, and I'm probably wrong, but I believe it is a celebration. It's a, what is the word I'm looking for?
Harvest.
Yeah, it's
Celebration of harvest is what it is. That's why we have the pumpkins and stuff.
well, it was an old thing, just like Christmas was particular Druidic. That's what I was trying to think of. It was a Druidic holiday, is what it was, and I think that Halloween was a Druidic holiday. And we treated it in America as something, cutesy. You put on masks and you get candy and you go around and knock on doors, trick or treat, and you get, so we loved it. We treated it that way, and it's become a endearing thing to us as we grew up with it. But in reality, it was a Druidic holiday celebrating, evil, or so that's how I understood it to actually be. So that's why I don't really care for it.
I wonder if I can put it on a haunted house over there.
I have no idea. So let's think of something else. What else are you not looking forward to or looking forward to?
Standing in line.
Yeah, patience is a virtue in the Philippines, my brother.
Doing all the paperwork, going from one window to the next window when it could have all been taken care of one window.
You got to have patience when you go to the Philippines. That's what they claim. Got to have patience. Everything works on a different clock. It's not on your clock.
I'm not looking for is not being able to get my Dr. Pepper easily.
I think we can order that from Cebu. I think that's what I've heard, is that there is a distributor that goes through Cebu. But I'm not 100% sure about that.
Not being able to go to a store and picking up American steak.
But they do have Australian steak.
Australian steak, but it's not the same.
I hear it's expensive, but it's steak from Australia. It's the closest big landmass to the Philippines where they grow beef, and that's where they import it. Whereas here we get it from all over America as USDA. There, I think it's labeled as something from Australia. I don't know what it's called. So, I mean, they do have it. It's just not as cheap as here, I don't think. I don't know, because we haven't checked. We don't know. Something that I'm not looking forward to is the traffic. It's unlike the traffic here. In America, we have plenty of traffic. Everywhere's traffic. Getting from one point in the city to another point takes a long time. In some cities, it takes all day. But it's different because we have tons of stoplights and stop signs, and people actually obey the rules 90% of the time. So you just follow the rules and you will get there. Whereas from what we've seen in the Philippines is it's a whole lot of you just inch out until somebody doesn't hit you and then you go. And all the people behind you, they follow because that's the one instance that is opened up. And then those other people, they just kind of inch until somebody doesn't hit them and then they go. Then that side is going, and it's just chaotic. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah. That and trying to find a parking spot. If you got a car, finding a parking spot's going to be a pain. Motorcycle's not as bad.
I kind of feel like that depends on what city you're in. Because, well, see, I see that as differently. Because in my eyes, if you're in Bacolod, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, there's a lot of cars. And therefore, if there's not a lot of parking spots, the parking spots that are there get taken up. Whereas in Dumaguete, there's not a lot of cars. It's mostly motorcycles, mopeds, whatever you want to call them. So the parking spots that are there, probably a better chance that you have a chance of getting a spot. You see what I'm saying? There's less cars per capita than there are motorcycles. But I don't know. Until I do it, I won't know.
I don't think I know. I've seen other bloggers talking about how you park 10 blocks away to go to the mall.
Now that we just saw today, that was Bacolod. That one, I think it was yesterday.
What I was talking about was a P that lives around there.
Yeah, I kind of question her videos. She sensationalizes everything, and I think it's for views. But Speaking of motorcycles, I am excited for the fact that I'm going to go to a country where that I can eventually get a motorcycle and get back to riding, because we used to ride. We used to be in a riding club here in America. But in America, it's 99.9% everybody is in a car or truck of some form, not in a motorcycle. And it was dangerous being out here riding on a motorcycle. There, 90% plus of the people are on motorcycles or scooters. Really, truly, most of them are scooters.
So I call them scooters, they call
So,
them motorcycles.
I feel like it's going to give me the opportunity to get back to riding again without the fear of getting ran over by a car or truck every time you turn around. That's what I was afraid of here in America with riding. I loved riding, but we used to own Harleys and Yamahas, big Yamahas. We're not talking about the little bitty things, and Hondas and all that. I'm looking forward to getting back to riding, but I don't want that to be my own thing. I'd eventually like to have a car or a truck over there, but I'm looking forward to riding a motorcycle.
Are you going to get a scooter, or are you going to get a motorcycle? You have to shift gears.
I don't know.
In town, I got to tell you, in town,
Scooter?
scooter. If you're going to do trip, then I'd say motorcycle.
I do know they have riding clubs over there, because my fiance had told me about her bosses ride in a riding club. And if I was doing a riding club, I'd want a big bike, a big motorcycle. But around town, probably a motorcycle, air quotes, scooter.
See, when I hear motorcycle club, I'm thinking Harleys.
No, and I think
Over
these are
there-
riding clubs, not motorcycle
Over
clubs.
there, they're riding gold wings and stuff like that. You know, and I know. Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't go crazy. I know there are gold wing riding clubs right here in America, but I don't know. I'm old fashioned. I like that rumble from a Harley.
They have Harleys over there. They're very expensive.
Yep.
I am looking forward to the pricing of medical prescriptions and processes and visiting the doctors. I'm not looking forward to the actual process of going to, the hospital or anything like that. I'm a little scared of that. But I've been told that it's fine, especially in some of the places that we've been looking, like Dumagetti. There's a lot of good private hospitals there. But I am looking forward to medicine costing less than $1 a pill that costs, like $10 a pill here in America. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I am, but I take a fistful of pills every day just to stay alive, and it's going to be a fistful of dollars to go with it.
Yeah, but like you had looked at before, one of yours, and we won't say the name, but one of the prescriptions you have,
$60?
it was about $60 a month is what it's going to cost you over there, and over here it was $1,200 a month for the same thing. Yeah, that's insanity. It's just like, when I quit my job, air quotes, retired, I was told that I could get Cobra insurance for the next year or half year or however long it is. But they told me the cost is going to be about $750 a month. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Just to have insurance? That's what America's all about. Insurance.
Was there deductible on top
I don't know what was on it. I just heard the $750 and I was like, that's ridiculous. Because
there's a deductible on top of that. That's what always got me.
Cobra insurance is what you take when you don't have a job. That's what you take when you're between jobs so that you still have your insurance. $750 a month means I have to have a job to be able to pay for the insurance that I'm supposed to have in between jobs. That's too much money. That's almost as much as 2 months of the apartment that I'm going to stay in the Philippines. That for 1 month of insurance. That's not even covering anything. That's just to have insurance. That's what's wrong with America. That's why I'm leaving. It's not because I hate America. It's because everything in America has become insanely overpriced. It costs too much.
It's overpriced. There's no doubt about it.
It's just like we were watching a video today. We were watching a video and the guy was talking about cars, right?
10-year-old
And he was talking about a 10-year-old Ranger. And you have to understand, in the Philippines, when you see a Ranger, you always see a Ranger Raptor. It's all anybody ever buys over there is a Ranger Raptor. And they're cute little trucks. I call them little because over here we all have F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, big half, 3/4 ton, and 1 ton trucks. So a Ranger is a much smaller truck. So that's why I call it that, but I don't mean to demean them. They're cool trucks. But he was talking about you could get a 10-year-old Ranger. So it's going to be a Ranger Raptor, as you know, it's all they drive over there. And it's going to be in decent condition because they take care of them because that, you know, it's their whole livelihood is the vehicle. It's not going to be a piece of crap is my point. And he was saying that it would be about $8,000 to buy it used. And I was thinking about that and I was like, I don't know what you can buy in America used for $8,000. If you spend $8,000 on a used vehicle in America, you're getting a piece of shit.
It's going to be a lot older than 10 years. I'll tell you
yeah, it's going to be bad. If you want something that's a decent 10-year-old vehicle in America, you're going to spend as much as what they're charging for a brand new vehicle in the Philippines. It's crazy. It is crazy. The difference in pricing is just crazy.
But them taking care of their thing. I watched another guy there, and they went out, him and his wife. I can't think the name of their channel, or I'd give them a shout out on that. I like watching them. Anyway, they moved back to the Philippines, bought a brand new scooter, they call it motorcycle, my Yamaha, I can't think the name of it, but 2 days old, and then there's a lot of jealousy over in the Philippines as well, unfortunately.
Well, that's what we see, we don't know till we get there.
I'm confirming what he has showed on his 2-day-old scooter. They parked it, went into the store, someone come up, dented the side of the fairing and cracked it. 2 days. He said there's a lot of jealousy, and kids or young people want that and they can't afford it, so they see a brand new one and they'll deface it basically to so that way your new scooter doesn't look as good as it did before.
Well, I know we've heard other people.
Other people have said that. They'll come through, open up your oil cap, and dump sand or rocks down into your engine, and then put the cap back on. So you want to get a secured cap put on each. A
locking cap like of some form. So I mean, yeah, there's some jealousy. You have to watch out for that. But what I was referring to as them taking care of it is the people who buy brand new Ranger Raptors, so to speak, Rangers or whatever, aren't your average Filipino. They can't afford it if they tried. These are people that are in Philippines wealthy, and it's sitting in their garage or under their awning or something like that.
Be an expat.
So that's what I'm saying is a 10-year-old one is going to have been, air quotes, well kept, meaning it wasn't a junker that was just, parked here, there, done whatever with. It's somebody who bought it because they went over there to retire and they've kept it under the awning or in their garage. They drove it where, here, there, wherever. It wasn't a whole lot of driving. That's why I'm saying that kind of car is going to be a good used vehicle to buy. There's other vehicles that if you're going to buy used that probably won't be as nice. It probably had a lot of street repairs and stuff like that done to it, and one of those things where like, tape this on there and it'll keep working. Use some bubble gum here and it'll make it down the road or something like that. That's the kind of car you don't want to get. I'm saying you're shooting for a car that somebody that was Philippines well-off owned. That's where I'm getting at. And to be able to buy that for $8,000, holy crap.
Oh, I know something I'm looking forward to. Because we are going over in the rating season. And I will be looking for land. I can kind of see if the area that I'm looking at and they're trying to sell, if it's a flood zone.
Right, because we were looking at a new property in Bacolod, Bacolod. I think that's how they pronounce it, Bacolod. And it was a company that makes these townhomes, and they had a new townhome subdivision going in, and you have to pay for it a year in advance before yours gets made. That's the norm over there, apparently. And they looked nice. They were very small, but the cheapest unit was around $26,000 to $28,000 total for the whole thing. Well, now that they've had their raining and everything, and they've had flooding and so forth, we saw a video of the spot where that was at, and you see running water going across it. Now, the thing about that is I don't know from that video if that's where the townhomes were or if that was the road going out to the townhomes and it was flooded so you couldn't get out there. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if that's really going to be flooding where that's at, but it was a very cheap price for a home, and it may have been because of that.
I actually laid eyes on the area, and I said, okay, this is holding water. I don't want to buy that. That's holding water.
Oh, that brings up a something I'm not looking forward to. Brownouts.
No, I'm not looking forward to that.
There appears to be a lot of brownouts all of a sudden. The power infrastructure is having a lot of trouble in the Philippines right now. Not from us having experience, from us reading it and seeing the videos from everybody over there. It's from people that actually are there that are saying it. They're having a lot of trouble with their electrical system right now. And I don't know the details as to why, but they're having regular brownouts all over the Philippines daily. I'm not looking forward to that.
No, I'm not. I am a guy that has to sleep with a BiPAP. Yeah, I mean, I have to. I cannot sleep without a BiPAP. So days that are nights that we don't have a power, I will not be sleeping.
I think we're going to have to get
a non-sleeping Charles is a bad Charles.
I think we're definitely going to have to purchase those portable, whatever they're called, you know, that they charge up, and have those available for your BiPAP and my CPAP, because otherwise we won't be able to sleep. I think that, honestly, I feel like the condo we're in is very high up in this building. I think that at night, if you open up the windows, you're going to get a very good breeze through there. So I don't think the heat's going to be as bad. But not being able to sleep because not having the medical equipment is going to be a problem. So I think we're going to have to invest in some power banks.
Yeah, just be on the safe side. Leave them plugged in. Then when it goes down, they should be powered up.
I kind of wonder, you know, if you can't get a solar panel, not a big one of those portable ones, and put it in the window and let that charge all day long.
I wondered about that myself. That's one of the reasons why I'm wanting one with a balcony. I mean, I know I can't mount it out there and leave it forever, but on days that I know that there's going to be a brownout, I can go out there and set it up on the balcony. Surely someone wouldn't say something about that.
I wonder, on the top of the building, there's two sides. One side is kind of set up like a park. It's not that pretty. I mean, it looked like the golf grass, whatever, was rolling up in places. It's just turf, but you go up there and you can see off the side of the building, see the ocean, you can see the mountains the other way, and so forth. But on the other side of that, it's got cages everywhere. And those cages are so that when you wash your clothes, you take them up to the top, put them in your assigned cage, and you lock it and let it sit out there and dry. Because that's the norm in the Philippines, is you let your clothes dry outside, which is not a big thing, not a horrible thing to us. When we're growing up, our mother always did that out back. That was the norm. So nowadays, everybody in America acts like that's backwoods to do it. We did that here in a major metropolitan city as a kid every day. That's how it was done. But my point is, I kind of wonder, could you take your portable battery bank up to your cage, put your solar panel in there and let it charge during the day, then bring your power plant back down?
I mean, I don't know.
It's locked up there unless somebody throws a fit. I don't see why you couldn't do that, but I don't know. We'll find out. So
that's why I was telling everybody on my channel, the Lynn and Charles, it's going to be an adventure.
And it is going to be an adventure. That's the thing about this channel. I don't know if it's going to still be called Frone's Big Adventure. It is a big adventure, and it's going to be bigger because it's both of our families. We're going to be involved in our extended families, but we're not trying to do more or less like a vlog like everybody else that just puts their life out there, because in reality that's dangerous, putting your life out there for everybody to see. But I think really and truly what we're going to be doing, and I hope all of y'all will hit subscribe. Please hit subscribe so we know that y'all want to see this. It makes a huge difference in whether we actually do things or not if we see it. If we like 40 views on a video, it's like, why should you even try? But you know, if people are actually watching hitting subscribe, hitting like, then we have reason to do it. What I see our channel doing is things like us going to restaurants and we vlog, we videotape it and, give a review and so forth. We go to hotels or resorts, we do the same thing. If we're going out to some entertainment area, we'll do that there. That's what I'm saying is it's showing what's available in the Philippines. Just like I wish I would have had the camera and done this the past 2 vacations I did over there, because I definitely would have shown, what is it? My brain just went dead. Sierra Hotel there in Dumaguete. I thought that was a fantastic hotel.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. I wish I would have reviewed it so that people like y'all could see it. And Forest Camp is incredible.
This camera here, you can't get it wet.
No, you can't. Gotta be careful. But like there were hotels and restaurants, you can definitely show that. Because what we found the past couple of years, we've watched thousands of videos and trying to figure out which hotel to go to, what restaurants, what resorts, what entertainment things like Forest Camp stuff. We tried to watch that, and 9 times out of 10, you tell me if I'm wrong, we would watch videos and they were well intended. Most of them were well shot and all, but the language wasn't quite English.
The language was choppy at best at times.
And most of them weren't. They were just Bisaya or Hiligaynon or Tagalog or something like that. Yeah. Because most of the people doing reviews over there, that's what they speak. They're Filipinos. That's what they do. And I got thinking, I was like, for all the expats that are now seeing Southeast Asia as a place to visit, not only as vacation, but as retirement and all, there is benefit to having somebody that does these kinds of reviews in a language and format that they can understand 100%. And that's what I think I see us doing. Yeah. Is we'll make it to where people can actually, English speaking Westerners can watch it and actually get a good idea. Like, okay, the friend I said that we know that's living in that building over there, when I first was going over there, you have to understand, he's a penny pincher. He saves his money, right? And he told me, just get a stay at Go Hotel. Go Hotel. And I was going to stay at Go Hotel. Yeah, and I watched the videos on it.
So let's see what this hotel looks like.
And it was like Motel 6, but worse. So it was way worse.
Motel 4.
Motel 4.
The rooms were small. I mean, extremely small.
They were Philippine small.
The bed almost took up the room, put it that way.
They weren't ugly. They weren't disgusting.
No,
they didn't
dirty.
look dirty clean. Or anything, but it fit.
Small. There was no amenities. It was just.
It fit his style of saving money. Yeah. And I was like, man, I wish I would have had some good reviews to watch a fine place. I got lucky that I found Sierra Hotel and booked that one. And that one was great. Sierra Hotel was great. On the same side of that, the last time we went out there, we stayed at Sierra Resort down in Darwin. The location was decent. The view on the beach was beautiful. Service was not good. It just wasn't. It wasn't there. And the building was the house building they made it out of was really old, and it was in deterioration. And we found out, not to say anything about them. People in the service industry try very hard, and it wasn't their fault. We found out later from somebody, it was actually a pedicab guy that when me and my fiance were riding somewhere, we were talking to him, and he actually knew about it, and he told us that the reason it was so bad was they were actually about to sell that resort. It wasn't working out for them. So they weren't restocking everything. My friend came out there to stay with us as well. He came over to that same resort, and he couldn't understand how the fact that they had no alcohol on premises. They were out. They were 86th. They had no beer. It was 86th. Most of everything that you would eat was 86th. There was nothing there. And it was like, this is a resort. But people stay at resorts, spend money on alcohol, beer, and food. Those are the number one things to make money off of, and it was all 86th. And then we found out later on why it was 86th, because the resort was about to be shut down. I don't know if it's still there or if they've changed or if they sold or anything, but at the time they were close to being gone.
My understanding is that the one in Dumaguete is still there.
Oh yeah, that's Sierra Hotel. I'm talking about Sierra Resort that was down in Darwin. Which the whole Darwin area was really interesting. The beach area was beautiful. But the weird,
did not like Darwin.
well, the weird thing, you didn't stick around. He had medical emergency and had to leave. But we stuck around another day because we still had our reservations. And it was beautiful. The weird thing about it is, unlike a resort town that you usually see, there was no boardwalk down where all those resorts were that were along the beach. There was no getting down to them. You had to go down these little bitty residential roads. And when I say road, I'm using that word liberally. It was just dirt roads that you could barely fit a car down.
So technically, here in America, we call those alleyways.
Yeah. And come to find out what was going on is all the people down there in that Darwin area, they won't sell the rights or allow them to build what they need for the infrastructure for those resorts. Once you get down to the resorts, when it's low tide, you can actually walk the beach all the way down. And you see resort after, it was like a black sand, but it was beautiful, and it was one resort after another. And I was like, man, if they just put the infrastructure in to create a boardwalk along that whole thing, it would be like a Boracay or a Bohol or whatever. It was beautiful, but you wouldn't know it's there because you got the street that goes down Darwin. You got residential, very rural residential. What do they call that? I got the word wrong. In Philippines, they call that provincial. And then after you go a distance out, bam, you're at the beach, and it's one resort after another down the beach. It is so weird, but it's because the people down there don't want it. Yeah. From what I understand, they don't want it to become a resort area.
Darwin draws a niche crowd.
Well, these
are divers.
Divers,
basically.
yeah.
So
beautiful diving area.
That's the place to go around the Dumaguete area.
But it'd be like going to Galveston. Instead of having the Galveston boardwalk with all that, instead you have to go down a street that's not on the ocean, and then it goes parallel to it, and then at some point choose to go down some alley, and you, after driving a long ways, bam, you're at the ocean. That's the weirdness of it. But it's odd.
And it's because the people blocking it to the area.
They don't want it.
I have problems with people driving down my street here that doesn't belong here. So can you imagine people constantly streaming past your house to get to the beach?
Nope.
So I understand, but at the same time, if that community was getting, I hate to use the word kickback, but if they were getting something off of it, being able to raise the value of their land or something like that, then I'd say
I think they just don't want it. They don't want it to grow.
I really don't think they want it.
They want it to stay the way it is. That's what they want. That's their prerogative.
That's why they moved out to Darwin and didn't stay in Dumaguete.
So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, we're going on 43 minutes, so we've probably done a really long video. So we're just sitting outside here on the front porch. We've got another month and a half before we zip over to the Philippines for our first big stay. And then we'll figure out things after that. And we're sitting here looking out at our tractor. It's finally, we're sending it down the road to somebody else.
I want to say something.
Oh, yeah?
If I can talk my fiance into letting me record her how to cook stuff, I may turn Lynn and Charles into a cooking channel.
Philippines cooking.
Yep.
That may be something.
Yep. So,
but Ferrone's Big Adventure will be our two families reviewing things in the Philippines.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give all you weirdos all of my personal information because y'all are too weird.
Yeah, and if y'all wondered why I took down the vlog that I dedicated to my mother and my uncles, because I slipped up and mentioned my last name. I'm a trusting person. That's my downside in life.
There's too many psychos in this world.
So I had to take that down because I was afraid. I was told that people could use that against me or something. So.
All right, I think that's going to do it for this video. We're at 44, right, almost 45 minutes. I think that's plenty of time.
Subscribe.
Hit the subscribe button. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Those three things. Number one, subscribe.
Share this video with other people.
The subscribe tells us that you want to see more videos. The likes and the comments tells YouTube that it needs to show this to other people in their feeds.
And
that's what we need, is all three.
There's a new feature that you can do also. Hype this channel up. So
there's a hype?
There's a hype. Apparently there's a hype. I found that on another person's channel. You click something and it hypes that channel up. So
was that on YouTube or Facebook?
It was on... It's YouTube, because I watch... I'll give a shout out to him. I watch... oh my gosh, who's the guy that does the cars that I watch as the kids?
That's
Sleeper Dude.
Sleeper Dude. Love them.
Dude. Yeah, Sleeper Dude's constantly, and he always his youngest daughter always says, "Hype it up." You know, so there is some sort of hype. You push to hype it up.
Speaking of which, this is going to be on YouTube, and the videos will also be on Facebook. Both of them, Ferone's Big Adventure. Just search on both of them; you'll find both of them there. We do both places. These days, with the way people do things, you cannot rely on one single place, because it only takes one crazy person, claiming stuff that's not true, and all of a sudden all your work is gone. So you have to have it in multiple places. So check for us on Facebook pages, check for Ferone's Big Adventure, and also on YouTube, Ferone's Big Adventure. But yes, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and hype it up. Share it to all of your friends and family. We need y'all to help us, because we're super small. We're fat, we're big, but as a channel, we're super small.
If any reason to log in and see what's going on, come see how a fat guy lives in the PI.
That's going to be interesting, because those condo units are very small.
The pedicabs are small.
Everything's small.
Come on. For comical relief, come watch me walk around the Philippines.
If this video gets 1,000 likes, I will personally take a video of him getting in a pedicab when we get over there.
Well worth it.
That'll be hilarious.
Give us some likes, people.
All right, until next time, this is Ferone's Big Adventure. I'm Ferone. That's Spinal, David, and Charles. You'll meet Lynn and Anna V eventually. Until next time, I'll see all of y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.